Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going on a night point of view drive with this car, the new Renault Austral. So this car is a replacement for the Renault Kadjar and it's got the amazing design. I mean, just look at this front. We can turn on the lights by pressing this button here, and you see the lovely C shape of the LEDs. You can also go for the matrix LEDs. The car has got the beautiful blue iron color, and also the grille has this beautiful pattern here. You can also spot the new Renault badge that suits the car very well. It's nice, sophisticated and modern. You can also spot it here on the key. So I want to hear your thoughts on the exterior design, and I'm a huge fan of this design, and this is the techno trim. You can also go for the more sporty version, the Esprit Alpine. Side profile 4 meters 51 is the length of the car. It sits on the CMF CD platform. These are the 19-inch wheels, 17-inch are the standard ones, and then you can go up to 20 inches on the Esprit Alpine trim. Moving on to the rear, look at this. Look how gorgeous do these tail lamps look. I mean, they have the same pattern as on the front, the C shape, and they're almost connected. This emphasizes the width of the car, and look, when you see this, you know that it's a Renault Austral in front of you, so that's quite cool. Once again, the new logo is here, as well as the lettering. There is the rear view camera located down there, and the bumper has the gloss black elements, just like the wheel arches and the side skirts. So that's quite cool. We can also open the tailgate. There we go. Nice square shape. So this model is a mild hybrid. That means we have the trunk space 575 liters or 500 liters depending on the position of the rear bench, because you can move it up to 16 centimeters. So that's really impressive. From 500 up to 575 liters. Look at this. This car also has the spare tire. 12-volt power supply. But now, without further ado, let's go on a night point of view drive with this gorgeous new Renault Austral. And here you can spot the beautiful modern interior, and when you come inside, you see you are greeted with this cool animation on the screens. But now it's time to check it from driver's perspective. And this is the lovely layout and view in front of us. So let's press the start engine button. It comes to life. And I will put it to drive. The gear selector is actually here, and we are ready to go. And let's start with the specs of this model in our video. So this is the mild hybrid with 160 horsepower. This is the 1.3 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, the mild hybrid, and it is paired with the CVT transmission, so the X-Tronic CVT automatic transmission. There are other options as well, but with this one you have 9.7 seconds time from 0 to 100, and top speed is 175 kilometers per hour. If you want more powerful version, there is the E-Tech full hybrid, which is the self-charging hybrid that has 200 horsepower. So that is the second option, and then the entry-level one here in Croatia is the mild hybrid with 140 horsepower. So that way you have 2 mild hybrids and then 1 hybrid. Tell me in the comments what would be your choice. Also, the entry-level mild hybrid with 140 horsepower has got the manual transmission. So tell me in the comments what would be your choice. You will see this transmission is very good, very smooth, and I really love driving with it. You will see now the drive is very, very smooth indeed. Now the layout in front of us, you see the 12.3-inch digital cockpit, and then here in the middle we have the 12-inch screen with the new infotainment system, which is very good, very responsive. And here you notice the multi-sense button. With it you can change the driving modes. So for example, Eco is one of the available driving modes. You see that when you change the driving modes, you change various settings of the drive itself, but also, for example, the ambient lights. So if we put the sport, you will see new layout of the digital cockpit and also the red ambient lights that suits the car very well, I think. Do you agree with me? Tell me in your comments. And now we are departing this rather huge carriage and going on a nice relaxing point of view test drive throughout my hometown of Zagreb in Croatia. It is around 2:30 in the morning, so I don't think we will have that much traffic around us. And I already test drove the hybrid with 200 horsepower, so that video is already live on my channel, so you can watch it on my channel. And then today's focus is the mild hybrid one. So let's put the personal mode for now. Here you have the auto hold and the lane assist on the buttons down left from the steering wheel. Nice clicking sound of the indicators. You can actually adjust the volume. There are 3 options, and this is set to maximum volume actually, because I quite like the sound. If you press the view button here, you can change between various views that are available here in front of the driver. This is the map view, and if you see some flickering, it's only on the camera, of course. This is like the minimal view. And actually this one has even more relaxing layout. I think I would use this one for night driving, on the highway, maybe on longer road trips. And then this is like the classic one. Tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. And the layout here, you have the central console with this section that you can move actually. So that's quite cool, and there is the nice sound when you are moving it. So the Austral is the all-new SUV from Renault that is replacing the Kadjar, and I think this car has impressive technology and impressive design, and I really think that it stands out on the road. The start-stop system is now activated, but I will deactivate it by pressing the button next to the start engine button. So it's easy to deactivate it. You don't need to go into the menus. And speaking about the buttons, there is the button to adjust the air blower and the temperature. So you do have this beautiful screen with the new infotainment system, but you also have the buttons, physical buttons, for changing of few things here, for the AC, ventilation and stuff like that. So that is a big thumb up from me. I think that this is the way to go, and it's very easy to use those. Let's put the sport mode on, and in sport mode you get this very cool dials. I'm a big fan of those, and I think this 160 horsepower mild hybrid really suits the car, as I think it does have enough power, especially for an average buyer. I think this will be more than enough. And you have 270 Newton meters of torque, so yeah, definitely some nice figures for this SUV. Now you can also go, as I already mentioned, for the Esprit Alpine, which is the package that gives you more sporty look, both exterior and interior, and I think that one looks more sporty. But I also love the design of this one. So this is the techno trim. This is like the middle one. Then you have also one trim below that, which would be the base trim. So tell me in the comments, how do you like the drive so far? How do you like the layout here in front of us? I love the driving position in this car. You feel so good, the seats are comfortable, and you can just sit here and drive for hours and hours. Spot the two USB-C ports here, as well as the 12-volt power supply. There are two cup holders that are adjustable. Once again, this is the key, and then here, storage area. Throughout the whole car, throughout the whole cabin, actually, you have a lot of storage areas. And I also need to mention that there is the possibility to go for the 4Control advanced system, which would give you the rear axle steering up to 5 degrees. I drove the car with that system, and it does feel nice. So it's basically making your life easier on the tight parking spots, or maybe in the city drive actually, and reducing the turning circle. If you drive often in the city, it definitely can be useful, and it is worth upgrading. And also you do get the multi-link rear axle when you go for the 4Control advanced. And I want to hear your thoughts regarding the powertrains. So all powertrains are electrified, but which one would you go for? Let's change the ambient lights by changing the driving modes. I will also make a stop and then show you more details of the ambient lights and the infotainment system in a moment. And here on the multi-sense you can adjust the engine steering effort, vehicle dynamics, and also life on board, such as the light intensity, ambient lighting, and climate. So all those things can be adjusted within one driving mode. This car has the LEDs. You can also go for the matrix LEDs, and also the dynamic indicators come with that. That looks quite cool. And as you can see, this automatic transmission is very smooth on city drive, when accelerating, in all conditions. So definitely a thumb up from me. And this car is the front wheel drive. All models are the front wheel drive, and then if you want the car to be easier to maneuver, you can go for the 4Control advanced system rear axle steering. I will now stop here to show you a bit of more details here within the cabin. So with multi-sense, once again, let's go here to personal mode. Now you can configure everything. Let's change the ambient lights. Look at this. So look how fast this is changing. Also notice that you change the layout here and the screen, digital cockpit color. My favorite is the blue one, so I will keep the blue one. The map view, there we go. nice and responsive. This is very good. The details here, 360 camera that this car has. Look at this, very cool animation of the car in reality, of course. And here you see when you turn on the indicator, it also turns it on. And of course, if you move, then it will move as well. There we go. And there are few views available here, so that's quite cool. Then the AC air blower, see here is how you adjust it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also adjust the settings here for the system, and then for the car vehicle settings you can adjust the screen, the brightness, axis, driving lights and stuff like that. All can be adjusted in here. So that's pretty much it. Not gonna go through all the details as I already filmed the full review during the day, and there I show you more details regarding the infotainment system, trunk space and stuff like that. So now we are ready to continue our trip, our night point of view drive. And this car has up to 27 driver assist systems. Here you can see the adjustments that can be made here. And it's really packed with technology. Right guys, so that was the night point of view test drive with the new Renault Austral. I really love this car and it's a pleasure to drive it. I hope that you enjoyed the drive just as much as I did. And yeah, well, stay tuned for more videos. By the way, blind spot assist, you see the dot, and then if I turn on the indicator it will start to flash to warn me that there's a car in the blind spot. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do subscribe and see you on the next one. Also, there will be other videos of this car, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.